Hello, welcome to Card Minds. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be a Scorpio weekly money and career reading from June 30th to July 6th, 2025. Scorpios, welcome, welcome. Let's see what messages we have for this upcoming week. Scorpio weekly money and career, June 30th, July 6th, 2025. Thank you for being here. I hope you are well. Be on the lookout, on the hear out for the magic word if you're interested in putting your name in the hat for a free reading. All you have to do is put the magic word down below in the comments section and be subscribed. I will pull one name and announce it at the end of the month of July. So grab your best headphones, earbuds for better sound, and let's get started. I'm going to dive right in. We're going to dive right in with the tarot cards, see what we have for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, June 30th, July 6th, money and career. What do we need to know? What are the messages for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, money and career, June 30th to July 6th? What do we have for Scorpio? Oh, 10 of Pentacles. Thinking long-term job, long-term legacy, thinking financially long-term, thinking long-term stability for your family, for you and your family. 5 of Cups, disappointed, but you're wishing something. You so want harmony, you so want happiness. Look at that, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, and 10 of Cups. This is all about happiness and family. I feel like, yes, this is you're really focusing on something, on a job, on an idea, on a decision, on something you want to develop, or that job you want, or that school you want to get into, whatever it is, that decision you need to make, or you're thinking long term. And so your mental focus here is on systems or a job development or people you want to work with, right? That will be long term. And you're disappointed a little bit with the it's maybe not going as fast as you want. Maybe you're wrestling with regrets or reckoning something is not working, or reckoning this, like your big picture. Well, along the way, maybe there's something that disappointed you, or you're wrestling with something that didn't work the way you wanted, or people you're disappointed in, or the way it happened you're disappointed, or the money you made, or the type of job it was, or how it panned out, or how it developed, whatever, right? It's going to be different for each and every one. So remember that these are collective readings, collective energies, and so this is a community that comes together to share and empower our energies. So whatever you click on this video for, whether it's to find an answer, to figure things out, or to find clarity, or to find energy, inspiration, solace, calm, whatever it is, right? It's going to be different for everyone. Please comment down below, share your journey, share your mindset, share what you're going through. That is how I can continue to deliver these weekly messages. So thank you to each and every one for sharing. And along the way, you can put your name in the hat potentially to get a free reading. Okay, so here we are. You're thinking long term. There's something upsetting you, and with this 9 of Cups, I think that you're finding clarity on something. So you're finding clarity on that decision, on that answer, on why it didn't work out or why you're disappointed. That's something that you're happy, that you figured it out. There we go. Because the 9 of Cups is a wish coming true. A desire coming true, something you really want that's happening, that's becoming reality. But this is something that you've had for a very long time. This is something that you thought up for a very long time. Let's say you want to buy a house, or let's say you want to be part of that team, or let's say you want that job in that specific place, or you want to start your business, or you want to go back to school, or you want to get that diploma, whatever it is, you are happy that now you're clear and you understand what brought you here, what might have gone wrong, or why it didn't happen, or whatever it is, right? And so then we have the 10 of Cups, like finding fulfillment. And I think that you want harmony in your family, you want happiness in your family, you sort of idealize that, you fantasize it, you picture it, the perfect family, the perfect job, the beautiful life, right? And that's what you want. That's the big picture, just being happy, balanced, having money, right? That perfect picture perfect. And you are getting there, except that it's going slow. You have the Knight of Pentacles. So you're working hard, you're committed to start your business, or you're committed to make a certain amount of money, or you're committed to go to school and get that diploma, or you're committed to get that job, or evolve in that job, or get a promotion, or take on more responsibility, like really progress in that career or progress in that job, in that company. And for you, it might be a lot of work. You're committed to do this. You're committed to do whatever it is you need to do, right? And you, Scorpio, you're very dependable. You're very loyal. You get the job done. And I feel like this is something that takes time. Wow, look at that. It takes time with the Knight of Pentacles, and you realize that it's taking time, and you realize why it's taking so much time, or you're very clear on, okay, well, that happened, so I need to go back to the drawing board for that, or I need to make another type of decision for that, or I need to maybe not work with that person, or not work in this way, or take a different direction. It's something that you are understanding what the process is, and you're understanding what you have to do. And you're committed to that. And this is a process for you that you feel is very reliable. So maybe you're working with this Emperor. That is a possibility. Maybe this Emperor is giving you confidence. This can be both the same person, King of Wands, Emperor, Aries, Leo, Sag. This can be the same person, someone that is, we'll pull cards to see where this is going. But this Emperor is also about structure, about responsibility. So you're taking your responsibilities. You understand that this is what it's going to take to make it happen. Very much in control. So you have the ability to lead a chapter, to lead a team, to take on more responsibility in a job, to get a promotion, to start that business. But it's slow. But I feel like this is, you're really organizing yourself to establish something. And clarity is most important. You value clarity, and that's why we have the Nine of Cups. Accepting what happened, or accepting to see things in a very clear way. And the clarity and stability are something, right, that are most important for you. You don't want, like, it has to be stability, and you have to be committed to something. You don't want freestyle. This is not freestyle. This is not improvising or assuming something. This is really facts over feelings, with it, which is interesting for you, Scorpio, which you're a water sign. You feel everything, you analyze everything, you're very emotional. And so the fact that you are doing this in a very pragmatic, factual, like committed way is interesting. It really facts over feelings, like principles over speculation. You're not assuming anything. You're not speculating on anything. You want everything to be clear. You want the answer. You want to read what's going on. You want the facts before you assume anything, before you make any sort of decision. There's no gray zone here. You don't want a gray zone. What you're working on, your big picture, your legacy, this big job, this business you want, or just this career path that you are on, it's all about order creates power. Organization and facts and strategizing becomes power, but it has to be really, really clear. So you're building something, again, with this 10 of Pentacles. You want to build something that lasts. So you want this job that lasts. You want this business that lasts. You want this career that lasts. You want to go to that school to make sure you have all the diplomas to get into that career that lasts. Or you want to make the right decisions to partner up or to talk to your bank or anything, because this is a career, a long-term career decision, or working on long-term career, working on long-term business, working on big picture, whatever it is. Comment down below on what this big picture is all about. What is your focus? What is this goal? What is this long-term goal all about? Right? So you're setting boundaries. You have this sort of inner power to master, over distractions. You're not going to get distracted by anything or by anybody. You're not going to be swayed by doubts and emotions, right? And for decision making, you're not going to let people overpower you, or you're not going to, it's not that you don't listen to other people's advice, but you're not going to be swayed. You're very laser beam focused on this long-term picture, career, idea, business, project, path, whatever it is. Your thoughts are in service of your goals. Or if they're not, if they're running wild, right? Focus on that goal. This is about big picture planning, and it's stability, long-term stability. And with the King of Wands, this is bold. This is daring. You're daring to be different. You're daring to build something. You're daring to be part of something. It's something that really is, but it's taking its time. But you are committed to this. This is that job you want. This is that business you want. You will dare to be different. That's okay. But you're confident. You're confident that this is what you want and this is what you want to build. This is important for your family, important for your legacy, important for the balance and harmony in your family, and important for the financial sustainability, long-term financial sustainability in your home. Page of Wands. It's exciting. So it's something new. It's something new. You have to connect with the right people. You have to take the time to connect with the right people. Take the time to make sure those people are the right people you resonate with to protect your career and protect the team, the budget, the business, the project, to protect your career long term. Wow. Very interesting. You have to adapt. You have to adapt with the Two of Pentacles. You're working a lot, you're juggling a lot, you're multitasking, and you have to prioritize. Keep prioritizing and keep tapping into that energy of adapting every step of the way with the people you connect with, the people you communicate with. Whatever it is you're building, step by step, you will build this and you will secure your career, secure your job, secure this path. But it's new. It's new. The dream is not new. What you want to do is not new. But the fact that you're now starting this, that you're now in the process of building the systems for this business, or to get that job, or to be part of that company, Page of Cups, Page of Wands. It's the beginning mind, the beginner's mind, right? Where you're ready to explore this new project. You're exploring all avenues, all venues, all people. You're asking questions. You're very curious. Your laser beam focused on that goal, on that big picture, yet you have to get there. So to get there, you're going to have to connect with the right people, have the right network, or have the right diploma, or have the right experience, or gain more knowledge. This is, and then we have the Queen. I feel like there's a lot of people involved here. King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Heavy Aries, Leo, Sag here. King of Wands, Page of Wands. I feel like there's a lot of people involved. And if it's not a lot of people, you're just very focused and very concentrated on what you have to do. Yet you know this is going to take a while. You're managing something complex. You're managing all these energies, these ideas. Maybe it's a flow of information, facts, having to work on things, organize things. You're managing with, you're adapting. You know you have to adapt. You know you have to find solutions. If this is what you want, if this is long term, if it's that business you want, you're going to have to commit, and you're going to have to be patient with the Temperance, right? Really patient. It's not that it's not happening, but it's a long process. And what you are looking for, what you are wanting to make happen, is you're going to have to find that work-life balance. This is not time for impulsive decisions. And all these cards here, the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Ten of Cups, all of these cards are about leaving impulsivity, assumptions, freestyle aside. This thing, whatever it is, doesn't leave any room for running wild or last minute decisions, or we'll figure it out on the fly, right? Well, no, this is something that's very, very precise. And if you want this type of career, or if you're trying to build this type of project, or you want this job in that specific company, you're going to have to be very, very on par and ready. Like patience and thoughtful actions every step of the way. Blend your talent and wait for the right moment to move with intention, right? Take your time. You're building something so meaningful and so lasting that every inch of the way, every connection, every person, it's like fine tuning, whatever it is. If you're working in IT, if you're working in something scientific, it's possible. But it doesn't really matter what the job is. It doesn't matter what you're working in. This requires a lot of commitment, a lot of self-control, and really thinking every step of the way. It's almost military when I say military, scientific, things that you have to process, and you can't, there's no room for improv. No room for improv. It's very, very precise. So I don't know what this is, but okay, so let's continue. Let's see if we can find a little more information here. I would like to pull a card on the Emperor, please. What is the Emperor here? So you're structuring. The Emperor is not flexible. So either you're working with someone that's not flexible, but someone very powerful. But like, you have to take your responsibilities in this thing, or they have to take their responsibilities, right? Three of Wands coming in, something's coming in, and then you have the third page of the beginning of something, right? Pages are all about fresh and new starts. You have Page of Pentacles, ready to learn and ready to make this real. Inspired, excited, curious. It can be creative, doesn't have to be. And then we have the Three of Wands. It's coming in. So you're inspired. The Three of Wands, you have this, you're expanding. But you're also trusting a vision. You're anticipating a real positive return. You're anticipating success. You're confident. You're confident that this is going to be successful. Careful, because you have the Seven of Cups. You have the Seven of Cups. So you have a lot of options. You're considering a lot of options, and you're getting overwhelmed with all the options. Or, yes, all the, not the opinions. You are very overwhelmed with all the options. Don't be impulsive. Don't be impulsive. That's what. Don't be impulsive. This is something that has to be a very specific, pragmatic. This is not about being impatient and impulsive. Everything will be done in due time. All right. What else do we have here? Yeah. More. I feel like there are multiple attempts, or you have multiple options, working with this one, working with that one, choosing this job, choosing that job, doing this way, getting that diploma, having this experience over there, gaining a little more knowledge over here. Like, everything has a meaning. Everything needs to be done in due time. Now, I think your attempts here, you have multiple attempts, or you've tried this, or this has been going on for a while. This is not a last minute thing. This is not something just popping in, yet it's really starting to move forward now. It's really starting to form a reality, because you have these 3 pages. So you're at the beginning stages of a wish that you've had for a very long time. Your long-term wish, your legacy, your big picture, whatever it is, comment down below. But we have the 8 of Cups. So you're leaving something behind that didn't work out. Having to move on. Right? Walking away from something. It's something emotional, but it's unfulfilling. Like, you can't stay there. So it's, let's say you're moving forward in this life project. I'm going to call it a life project because it's bigger than life, right? And so here it feels like whoever you were working with, or whatever this attempt was, you have to walk away from that. Or to be able to make this happen, to be able to get this job, you're going to have to move. You're going to have to sacrifice something. You're going to have to sacrifice your comfort zone, the people you've been with, the people you've worked with, or just the day-to-day routine that you've had for a long time, to put this big picture in process and to really transform it into reality. You have to walk away from certain comforts. So that can be people, that can be emotional, that can be family, that can be a routine you have, that can be a place you're working in, or a place you're living in. It can be anything that you have to walk away. You might have to walk away from family, move away, move somewhere else, work somewhere else. This system will be processed only if you walk away from something, right, emotional for you. Interesting. All right, let's see. Let's change decks, see if we can get something on all these pages. Or what is your wish? 9 of Cups. What is the wish all about? What is the 9 of Cups all about? Okay, we're getting the disappointment. That again. People, excitement. I think you're disappointed in someone. This Queen of Pentacles. Okay, that Queen of Pentacles disappointed you. You wanted to know the truth, and you're moving forward. There's a new offer. There's money coming in. But for this offer, you have to rethink. You have to rethink. You're leaving. There's a first attempt, or you tried this in another way, or you worked with people on this, or maybe you tried to take classes or get a diploma somewhere that didn't work. You're rethinking this. Remember, this is a big picture. This is a lifelong path that you're building here. And so there are multiple attempts. or you're working different systems at the same time, or you're trying different things. And there's so much that you have to do. You're ultra committed. It's almost like, let's say you want to be, it's just coming to mind, like a pilot, right? And you decide that all of a sudden you want to be a pilot. And that's what you want to do. And it doesn't have to be that at all. It can be anything. It can be, I want to be a stylist. It can be, I want to be a fashion designer, or I want to be working in a medical something, or I want, right? But it requires a lot of dedication and a lot of work. And it's like a field that you're choosing, that you have this passion of this and that you've always wanted to do this. And here begins the process. But the process is long, and you're trying, and you know, there's certain things that you're going to have to sacrifice to be able to get into this field, or to be able to get this job, or to be able to, you know, start the process. And there have been multiple ways that you tried, people that are deceiving, people that disappointed you, or things that didn't happen. You thought it was the right thing and it didn't move forward, and therefore you have to move on. And we have the Hermit just saying that here's the money, there's the offer coming in. You're working really hard, there's finances coming in, there's an offer, an opportunity, a business opportunity, a job opportunity, or the finances coming in, and therefore you're rethinking. You're rethinking the way you're going to do this. I'm thinking that either maybe there's not enough money. I'll pull another card on that. But with the Hermit, we have you have a moment where it's important to step back, and to really step back from the noise, the outside noise, social media, what other people think, all the information you're gaining on social media, whatever it is, and to focus on you and your inner world. And you're processing feelings privately. You're processing all this privately, because you know that you can fix this, or you're the one with the answer, or you're the one that knows what you want and what it's going to take to make it happen. And this is all sort of privately, not surprising with Scorpio, right? It's time alone to figure things out. And I think that you're no longer chasing surface level gratification, or surface level, what's going on, how can they help me, or what's going on now, what's the last trend, or how am I going to do this, let me check on whatever, on YouTube or whatever, let me check what's going on. It's more than that. You have to dig deeper than that, because I feel like maybe you tried to chase that, maybe you tried to make this happen quickly and get sort of that instant gratification, and then you realize that instead you need to seek the truth and the depth and meaning in your life, because this is a change. This is deep within you that you've wanted to do for a long time. So whether you're moving somewhere, or you're choosing a new career, right, that you have to study for, or that you have to acquire new systems or install new systems, whatever it is, you have this wisdom from past experiences that you know that you have to take time out of the outside world, or distractions of the outside world, to be able to really focus and understand exactly what you have to do. You're very committed to this. We have the Three of Swords, which tell me that things have not been easy. You're disappointed in people, or you're heartbroken because it didn't work the way you wanted. Take your time. Take your time. Yes, Ten of Swords. Someone betrayed you. It didn't work. Stop and go. You thought it was going to work. It's the right. And then you have again the Temperance. Taking the time. Taking the time. But Temperance is always there to give you the message that things are going to get better and things are going to be okay, but you cannot rush. And it also says, be yourself. Temperance is about being yourself and understanding that you know better than anybody what it's going to take to make this happen. But you're allowing yourself to be yourself. and not be influenced. And so therefore it takes time. There's no shortcuts here. There's no shortcuts. But temperance is about step by step, everything in moderation, patience and balance, no rushing through, no shortcuts. It's about adapting. Yes, is taking time. Yes, it's pressure, or there's a lot on your shoulders, right? But everything is in due time. All right, one more card. I feel like there's one more card that wants to come out in this series or in the other one. Is it in the other one? Okay. Yes, a whole new adventure for you. You're detaching yourself from people, detaching yourself from obligations, detaching yourself from that fear of judgment. You're stepping out of your comfort zone. You're moving, but you're believing in yourself. You're on the defense, but you're setting your boundaries from the past, from your siblings, from family. Taking a break from family, that always have something to say, and there you are, the lovers, making that decision to be yourself, who you want to be in this lifetime. Who is it you want to be in this lifetime? And this big career change, or this big choice, and it doesn't have to be a career change. It can also be you, your vision of your life, of your path is different. What you want is different. What you're trying to achieve might be different from 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And what's important for you with the lovers is what you represent, how you want to be in this lifetime, in harmony with yourself and respect. It's a meaningful choice here. It's a meaningful choice to be in harmony with your true self. So all of this energy of wanting to achieve something, yes, it can be a career change. Yes, it can be that job, that business, that idea, that school, whatever. Yes, it can be that. But it can also be you just wanting to align yourself with your true self. It's a decision that speaks to the importance of making a choice that aligns with your personal values, with your truth, with your integrity, with who you are right now. It resonates deeply within your soul. And it's a choice or a decision that's helping you live in harmony with your true self. You want shared understanding. You want mutual respect. And maybe this is an environment you want to be in, a family environment you want to be in, or just a life environment you want to be in. Stepping away from a rat race, or stepping away from people that don't have your back, or stepping away from things that you don't particularly agree with or you don't align with, and you want balance. You want happiness and you want harmony. You have the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, right? And you have this Fool, which is all about your freedom. Not surprising. So this is about nurturing and grounding everything in love and trust. And because we have the Fool, this is about freedom. Moving forward with an open heart. Embracing the unknown, but freeing yourself from judgment and freeing yourself from constraints and fear, whatever it is. Now it's really time for you to step into the world and be curious. Get out there, right? Go out there. It's like a new sensitive adventure. But trust the process, even if it's not clear. Trust the process, even if it's slow. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Dream big. Continue to dream big. This is your big picture. This is your legacy. This is where you want to be at. And this is where you're going. So take risks and believe in the magic of these new beginnings. You are stepping into the unknown, and it's going to give you a sense of pride, of growth, of understanding, of harmony and alignment. And so let go of the fear. Let go of the fear. The Fool's journey is about self-discovery and learning and growing. And sometimes the only way to grow, or to learn, is through that experience. And you're going to gain wisdom along the way. So embrace the journey rather than focusing too much on the outcome. Because what you're reflecting on, what your desire is harmony with yourself. balance with yourself, respect with yourself. Above all, and we're back at the King of Wands, that is the person that knows what can get in their way, and they're not afraid of being who they are. They don't care what other people think. They're going to dare and put themselves out there, have an idea, have a project, or want to move to a certain place, or want to live a certain life. There's limitless possibilities out there. Limitless. It's a real invitation to consider what could be without being weighed down from past failures or doubts or expectations or past need of validation, certain people, certain processes, certain communities, or your environment, whatever it is. Weighing all that off, and that's what you dream of. Not having the pressure and the weight on your shoulders. Just being you, Scorpio. And this is such a true Scorpio reading. It's profound. It's about your freedom. It's about your independence. No one's going to weigh you down. No one's going to tell you what to do, Scorpio. But you have to respect yourself as well, right? If that's what you want to do, whatever this big picture is, go for it. Because your health, your soul, your mind, your body, whatever you want to align yourself with, that's what you're making happen. You're making magic happen right now. You're taking who you are and flying, getting your wings out and flying and getting that lightness of being. I'm seeing a bird fly, like just like high up in the sky, like eagle type, right? That's what you want. You want your freedom. You want lightness of being. You want harmony with others. But above all, you want also, but Scorpio wants people to respect them, but also to be left alone. Wants money, success. Money is very important. I always say that. Money is very important for Scorpio, but also independence. The Scorpio doesn't like to depend on other people. So there you go. Be you. Be you, Scorpio. All right, one last message for the road. Beautiful reading. Beautiful, beautiful reading. Remember that if you're interested in a tarot reading, I don't do one-on-one tarot readings. I don't do that, but I do offer every Sunday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time tarot readings for anyone interested. We would love to have you. To get a tarot reading, you can join membership, and membership gives you access to a tarot reading every Sunday. As long as you're a member, you can get a reading. And you can cancel anytime. All right, strength. Yes, you're in control. You're planning this out. You're working on this. Again, the Three of Pentacles. You're multitasking. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. But you keep having these triggers from the past. Past emotions. Emotions from your childhood. Emotions from your siblings, from your family. Or people, that you have ties with. And that keeps coming up. But you have the Chariot, which at one point, you're mastering those emotions, and you're focusing uniquely on that goal, not on who said what or who thinks you're this, that, the other thing. Whoever has something to say about it, right? Your siblings, your family, that always have something to say, and that's the trigger for you. That's the trigger. And if it's not that, it can be something from the past, whatever it is. There's a certain trigger there for you. But here, you have this victory over yourself and this victory over your emotions, over your energies. There's a real triumph there of disciplined, very disciplined, because this long term, this big picture requires a lot of discipline and strategizing and rational direction. It's other facts. These are the facts. This is what I have to do. And that's it. There's no all of the emotions. That's when that gets in your way, the emotions, the triggers. from your family or from other people, or from the past, the doubts, the difficulties, the past choices that you regret, or whatever it is, right? Everyone has different triggers. But with the Chariot, you manage to be really, really disciplined on that. And your mind is in motion, and you're really coming together with clarity. And your focus and internal control really is pushing you forward through all the obstacles, right? We have the Strength here. You're so in control. You're so in control. Sometimes control is too much, but right here, I feel like with all these opposing energies, what you should or could have done, or what people think, or how it went in the past, or how you would want it to be, and how people want you to be, all that Scorpio laundry list that I have said many, many times. You're mastering that. You're now mastering your emotions. There's no looking back. All of that energy that you have, that you're building, that you want to make happen, this legacy, or this move, or this job, or just the way you want to be, you're finally in control of that, and you're not going to let anybody take it away or tear it down anymore. You're balanced, and all those opposite energies that you might have with the triggers, use those energies to push positively forward. Don't dwell on things. Don't rehash things. Don't go back to things. I'm surprised we don't have the Death card, but utilize all that energy in a positive way and push forward. Don't stagnate in energies that are not going to take you anywhere, that don't belong to you, or that are just going to make you waste time and emotion and energy, and you don't want that. So those conflicting energies, assemble them to push them forward, to empower you to go forward and reach success. Wow, what a reading. What a reading, Scorpio. I don't even know what the magic word is. I want to say that the magic word is fly like an eagle. Fly like an eagle. So if you're interested in putting your name in the hat for a free reading, all you have to do is put fly like an eagle down below, and I'm flying myself. I'm flying my wings. Fly like an eagle down below. Don't forget to be subscribed. And I will pull one name at the end of the month of July. Thank you so much for watching. Scorpios, put that down in the comments section. Fly like an eagle, if I didn't mention that. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.